What do you know about the Drake Well of Titusville, Pennsylvania? On August 27, 1859, George Bissell and Edwin L. Drake made the first successful use of a drilling rig on a well drilled primarily to produce oil, at a site on Oil Creek near Titusville, Pennsylvania. The Drake partners were encouraged by Benjamin Silliman, who was born in the year 1779, and later passed away in the year 1864. He was a chemistry professor at Yale, who tested a sample of the oil, and assured them that it could be distilled into useful products such as illuminating oil. The Drake Well is often referred to as the first commercial oil well, although that title is also claimed for wells in Azerbaijan, Ontario, West Virginia, and Poland, among others. However, before the Drake Well, oil-producing wells in the United States were wells that were drilled for salt brine and produced oil and gas only as accidental byproducts. An intended drinking water well at Oil Springs, Ontario, found oil in 1858, a year before the Drake Well, but it had not been drilled for oil. Historians have noted that the importance of the Drake Well was not in being the first well to produce oil, but in attracting the first great wave of investment in oil drilling, refining, and marketing. Let us take you for a tour of some of the sites that you can find when you visit the original area where this discovery was found. Some pretty interesting stuff. In this shot here, you can see till this day oil still pours out of a spout from Edwin Drake's original 1859 well. Here is a 20 horsepower, 1918 engine which runs to power the oil pump jacks near the site of the original well. All these can be found at the Drake Well Museum. Here is a rustic shot of the American Refining Group Incorporated building, the oldest continuously operated refinery in the United States, which was founded in 1881. Some say the importance of the Drake Well was in the fact that it caused prompt additional drilling, thus establishing a supply of petroleum in sufficient quantity to support business enterprises of magnitude. The well was located on an artificial island created by the path of water flow from Oil Creek. While drilling the well, Drake dealt with unconsolidated gravels in the flats. The hole kept caving, with the hole only 16 feet, or 4.87 meters deep. Drake came up with an idea which is still used today. It was at this point he decided to use a drive pipe, also called a conductor. This was his greatest invention, which he unfortunately did not think to patent. After a long process of drilling of approximately 3 feet per day, it was on August 27, 1859, the bit slipped beyond the bottom of the drilled hole. It had hit a crevice or fracture as we know today. This brought the total depth of the oil well to 69.5 feet, or 21.18 meters. Drake had planned to go much deeper, but the oil gods had turned out to be in his favor. When you take a tour of the museum, you will see the workers regularly perform checks as the oil pours out of a spout of the original well. Looks like a pretty good flow rate, even after all these years. This here is McClintock number 1. It is the world's oldest continually producing oil well, which was originally drilled in the year 1861. Also take a look at this. It's an exact replica of Edwin Drake's engine house with a derrick attached. This had been set up and enclosed the original well. The amount of history here is a very unique sight. If you get a chance, check out the Drake Well Museum and Park. It is a great museum that interprets the birth of the American oil industry, as we mentioned earlier, which dates back to 1859. It can be found along the banks of Oil Creek in Cherry Tree Township, located in Venango County, Pennsylvania. The museum collects and preserves related artifacts. We at Drillers Club hope you have a chance to see it. Make sure to hit the subscribe button top left to see all our new videos before anyone else. You won't regret it.